Hello everyone, Wangel here, and welcome back to the Vortex campaign with Clan Pestilens. Now last episode, we finally completed our conquest of the Turtle Isles, as well as defeat the Prophet of Sotek, Teheran himself, in combat. Now today we're going to continue our conquest, going after the Copper Desert to the southeast. But first, we're going to deal with an irritation over here at the Sentinels of Zeti, where if you remember, Mazamundi has actually laid siege to the settlement. Now we had a look at the armies, I think, at the end of the episode, and they're nothing really for us to worry about. As you can see, a whole bunch of skinks, one unit of Saurus warriors. That might have been a cause for this. There, I can't talk today, it's been one of those days of work. But yeah, this could be a cause for concern, because it is the Regiment of Renown Dread Saurian. And not only that, we do have some more skinks coming in as reinforcements. But we have Lord Skrolk leading the army, a powerful character, with a powerful army behind him. So, let's click this. Give it a sec. Yeah. I had a feeling that was going to be something like that, a very straightforward fight. Goodbye. And there we go. Just like that, Mazamundi has been defeated. We can get an extra 1,000. How much do we get out of that anyway? Nearly 7,500 tokens. Okay. Plus free food. I'm going to go for the replenishments. Sure. And we picked up the Shrieking Blade. Okay, so we now have Fear and Terror abilities. Okay, 1, 2... Right. Spawn Killer. It would seem that the Lizard King can't always do everything. Winning, for instance. Now, it's not exactly a big bonus, just some extra magic for us to use in battle and increased aura size, but it's okay, we'll take it. That's much more better, especially the casualty replenishment, that will be useful. So, yeah, that's Mazamundi dealt with. So like I said, what we're going to do is hit the wrong button, so we actually start zooming out. Whoops. What we're going to do is go down and take as much of the Copper Desert as we can. We'll go after the Golden Colossus and then force march over to the Dust Gate. The Dust Gate is the one I want to get because it has the ritual resource. But once we secured here, we can always buy the Forgotten Isles from Lokia. But once we take it, we'll head back up north and start going after the other territories nearby. So we've got Itza just off screen over here. We've got the more forces from Wolfheart, we've got Orcs, we've got a few we can go. But I think we can actually get quite far and conquering all the way up. If we keep pushing, we might even eliminate Exotor completely. Killing them from the campaign would certainly be a cool tryst, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's focus our attentions first on the desert. And can we reach it? We're just out of range. Right. Let's get some movement. So we want to go... I have to be careful, because don't forget, I don't know if it's because we have a mod that increases the movement range in home's regions, or if it's just a thing with the game anyway, when it comes to any trait that increases it. But it's so annoying that I can't just click 53% here and guarantee an encampment stance. I have to move it back even more, like say 58, just to try and see if that still allows me to do it. Okay, it did this time. Right, we'll do that. That'll give me a ton of extra replenishment. We should be back up to full strength fairly quickly. But we'll go after the Colossus in the following turn. Now, Babarat. Let's actually get you to come back. We'll get you over here, in fact. Explore the mysterious island for me. It's been some time since I've actually done any of the, sea events. I think we did one down here. But generally, I haven't been going out on the, out to sea much. So, don't really need to worry about that. Opskeef will get you over here to, not the Night Forest, the Dust Gates. Just so we can keep an eye on what's going on over here. I don't want Lockyer going after it while we're busy taking the Golden Colossus. So if we can keep an eye on what's going over there, that'll be useful. Plague Walk. Let's get you. I'll tell you what, you can just scout around here. We'll have a look and see if there's any characters we can assassinate with him. Just to build things up. Although, actually, we'll have you go after this army. Hellkeek. That should eliminate some of their troops, and then if they try and attack Dragobal, with the defenses we've already got and the extra garrison, we should be just fine. Okay. Now, one thing I wanted to do this turn, and I'll keep my money until we do it, is I wanted to build a new army. We've got enough income, we can afford another army. Now, I was a bit back and forth about which army theme to go with, because originally I was going to go for a Clan Pestilens style one with Deathmaster Snick leading the army and going for, Death Runners, the Triads, having our Pestilens Sorcerer, things like that. But it was suggested in the comments of the last episode that we could go for a more monstrous theme, using some of the new creatures we got from Clan Molder. And you know what? I think that's a good idea. We can always go for Clan Pestilens another time, but we'll take advantage of the creatures we can get at Grakmor Crater. Now, we're not fully upgraded yet with the monsters. We have one more tier to go, but we have to wait a while before we can get it. Some of the creatures though, Storm Fiends, we've got here with loads of different side weapons. Kamar Rats, that would be very cool to see. Imagine a Hydra, but part rat as well, so with the fur, rat heads on 4 heads, stuff like that. That would be cool to see. We've got a Hellpit Abomination as well. So, let's pick it here, I think, for our character. Our army location. What do I want to lead in the army? We could go for Twitch, Craventail, but I like the idea of using a different character. I have used him a little bit in the past, I think. I know his specialty is, what's the Storm Vermin? That's the one. I was thinking Skaven Slayers, and I thought that's not it. We've seen a Gracier, because don't forget, on here, was it here? No, Cyprus, we had. A Master Assassin, I'd rather wait for Deathmaster to lead it. So we could go for a Chief Warlord, but we already had a Warlord. So let's actually try a Warlock Master. What we could do is actually combine the army, so it has elements of Clan Molder and Clan Scry, and especially since some of the monsters you can recruit do have aspects of both in terms of the technology involved. So I think having a Warlock Master with a Pack Master joining him could be quite interesting. So, which one do we want to go with? Mormel, I think, has got the better traits, so we'll give it that. We'll stick you inside, and then let's have a look at our heroes. So we'll go for a Packmaster with you. Which one's going to be best? I think Garrett's would be best. I don't know what their combat skills are like, but this guy we really want just to improve the monsters, so having something like this, which is a passive bonus to the army, would be better. So we'll have you recruited, and I keep pushing the wrong button. What I think we'll do though, is let's get a Chieftain for our final one. So that way we'll have a strong combat character for definite, as well as the other 2 characters. So who do we want? Got Sharp Claws, Aggressive, or Weapon Master. I think we had a Weapon Master already, so let's try it out. Oh wow, they're actually exactly the same. Okay, let's grab Ickbolt the Contagious. I think that'll be a fitting name for you. Right, so we'll join these armies together. Get the characters in. I'll start recruiting them the following turn, just because then we can use our Packmaster to increase the levels by an extra rank. So yeah, we'll get to that. In the meantime, let's spend some of our money. Is there anything we actually need to upgrade? I don't know. Actually, here can be upgraded. We'll go for the Sentinels. Here at the Turtle Isles, I'll upgrade the defenses here at the Golden Ziggurats. Just in case, you know. Marks the old one will go ahead and give you the Fungi Caves. And everything else is fine. In fact, we've got 5 more turns. And we can upgrade Oxel to the final tier. That would be quite handy. We'll save the rest of our money. And Bubble Rat. Yeah, you decided to go with Life is Cheap, as that's probably the better one, just for the casualty replenishment. Dazzling and Devious could have its uses. Yeah, we'll go for Life is Cheap. Sure. I think that's what you mentioned in the comments, wasn't it, Alvor? I'll have to... It's a bit late now, anyway, but I'm pretty sure that's what you said. I hope it was, anyway. Right, Root Marcher, let's go Warp Lightning for definite. Musketeer, Howling Warp Gale, can't move. Death Frenzy for increased damage. Or Scorch. Let's go Musketeer, just to give us the debuff to enemy units. Garrett, what do you actually have? You can get a Brood Horror, Tide of Death. Okay, so we can summon in Wolf Rats. Interesting. Right, we got Carrot and Stick. So this gives bonuses for all the monsters. Master Molder increases casualty replenishment. Can you pick all of these, I wonder? Or do you have to just pick one at a time? Because that one will be useful. And so would that one. But we can't get it for level 10. Okay, in the meantime, let's just get Scavenge. And we're going to go for hard for hit. You need some armor improvements, definite. Okay, Ickbolt, let's just give you that. And we'll give you melee defense. And then let's just quickly give you items. You're going to be our combat character, so let's give you the Shrieking Blade. No, better yet, let's give you the Blade of Corruption. It's quite fitting for a guy with the nickname The Contagious, after all. Pipes of Piebalds. I think that could be an interesting one to give another character. Let's go for a Potion of Healing Review. I'll take... No. We'll take... Let's give you Tower of Fiend Sacrifice with the extra weapon strength. And then if we go back onto Mormel here... No, leave that. Let's give you the Pipes. We'll give you the Shrieking Blade, because hopefully the Fear and Terror will be useful. I'll give you the Obsidian Trinket, and we'll just give you a bunch of stuff here. So, +4 leadership, extra armor for the weapon teams would be quite useful, and some extra line of sight. Okay, perfect. Scalpache. God, what can I actually give you? We've given him practically everything. But we've still got a few more turns to go. Fine, you can have a level of Specialist. There we go. Okay. So, we get some news that the Dark Convert has confederated with the Witch King's merciless hosts. That's a little unexpected. I don't think in the entire time I've played Warhammer 2 that the Dark Convert were the ones that got to confederate. It's normally the other way around. So that's quite unexpected. But that's okay. I think... Does that actually remove an enemy? No. We are at war, aren't we, with the Dark Convent? Because they were originally allies, if I remember right, when we sent off that intervention force a long time back. We'll deal with that if we have to. Let's go through all of this raiding. So agitating. Ugh, why am I keep pushing that button? Anyway, let's go and take the Golden Colossus. And then we'll see about marching across the desert then to go after Duskgate. Let's take that. I will sack it first. Picked up the Gleaming Pennant. Artifact Hunter, okay. And then we'll go back and... To be honest with you, I'm not that interested in buying it, upgrading it straight away. And it will just cost a fair bit of food otherwise. So let's just go and take it as it is. Okay, we picked up the Sawyer. Right. And then, roughly how long is it going to take for us to get over to here? About 2 turns. Okay, well if we do that, I won't need a force march or anything, because by the time we get here, we'll just be in an area where we're not taking attrition, and then we can attack the Duskgate in the following turn. That's great. So you can do that. We'll grab Upskeef to go and attack it now. Okay, anything to deal with? Nothing. Okay, thank you. They're still laying siege to the Forgotten Isles, that's okay. But the most important thing is we've managed to secure the Golden Colossus. Even if something happens and Lockyer ends up taking the Duskgate as well as the Forgotten Isles, we'll be able to just buy it off them with the money we make. So it's not all bad. Right, what do we have here? Akbar the... Listen, okay. I think we'll be okay, actually. We'll get... No, we'll use the money, actually, to build my monsters. So let's get you over here, first of all, for the Mysterious Island. What's that going to give me? Fortified Grog or Those Who Escaped? Let's go Those Who Escaped. Favorable wins for extra campaign movement and extra warpstone tokens. Take that. Right. Let's get you then going to full sail ahead. And we'll get you up here. What I'm planning to do with Babarat is send him over towards Hualotl, so we can take that, and then we'll be able to go after the rest of the northern spine of Sotek. We've got the monument of Itzatau there, the cavern of the Mexico, so we can just push through the valley in the center. I'll be able to take all of that, and then swing round then and go after, well, the Pillars of the Unseen Constellation. We've got the Wellsprings of Eternity, Spectazuma. What one's Euron? Isle the Crimson Skull up there. Oh yeah, we still got to do quest battles. Right, definitely, we might even try and fit one in this episode. Because, to be honest, the conquest of the the Copper Desert is not going to be that difficult. We're pretty much back up to full strength already, so all we need to do is actually get them outside the settlements. We could actually try and do that right now, can't we? Can we? Let's have a look. I don't really... It's been a while since I've had to think about this. Right, what do we want to go and do? The Liber Bubonicus or the Rod of Corruption? I can't remember which one does what. Okay, that gives me a spell as well as decrease for that. Okay. Liber Bubonicus. A few other bonuses. Extra recruitment rank for Plague Priests. I mean, obviously we're going to go for both, but which one to go for first? What will we be facing? Lizardmen in this, but according to that, is a one-sided fight. And the same if we fight the undead. You know what? We've fought a bunch of lizardmen recently. Let's go after some undead. Let's give that a go. Over here. Failed to spot the ambush. That is fine. Gotta get some uses of the menace below, just in case. And let's fight the battle.
Fight! Quick, get my book. Ignore the dead things, fight them. Kill or be killed does not matter. Only Liber Bubonicus matters. First, get these corpses out of my way. Kill, slay, zombie summoners. Do as I bid. Clan Pestilens Supreme. Does not matter.
Okay then guys, here we are for the quest battle for the Liber Bubonicus. Now you already saw the intro video for the battle, but in the replay you go through a standard, ambush setup. And the reason why I wanted to show this off is because look just happened here. Lord Skrolk is just getting pushed away by Vectek's Plague Furnace. And that is just hilarious to watch. Anyway, here we are guys. Now this battle is going to be fairly straightforward, and I was surprised about how easy it was, but at the same time it was just nice to sit back and relax a little bit for a quest battle, especially as this is the first time I think I've actually done it with Lord Skrolk. I can't remember, it's been a long time. But anyway, to start things off we had an army here, a force of zombies making their way over with a necromancer leading the way. And as you can see on the minimap, we also got zombies coming in from over there and from over there. So I split up my army up into three main forces, most of which were going to make their way towards the zombie horde in front of us. But as you can see in the back here, I've moved my Plague Claw catapults to get in position to start firing on those making their way over there. And we've got a few troops nearby just ready to either deal with those guys or deal with these, whichever comes first. Eventually I will send Vectek over there, and he'll be able to basically solo it himself, which was fantastic. Over here though, things are going just as fine for our Plague Zombies. You can see Plague Zombies, our Plague Monks. Against zombies, they are just powering through them. You just see them slaughtering them. The strange thing was, I don't know if it was because of the zombies, or because of our slings that we were firing in initially, but the ogres here, the pit fighters of Hell's Deep, look how much damage they've taken in that fight. And yet, I don't know what could have caused it, because we did have some slingers here from our Night Runners, firing on their position for a little bit, but not enough to cause that much damage. And then we pulled them off then. As you can see, we're running over to provide support over on this flank. Now, like I said, Vectek is able to pretty much solo this entire thing himself. Watching him and his servants, I suppose you can say, on the plague furnace. Just watching them charge forward and sending the zombies flying like that. Look at that. And we already got the news. One zombie lord is dead. Or I should say necromancer. But while they're doing that, you can see the onslaught of bullets we got from the Rattling guns, as well as our slingers just firing shots straight into here. And between all of them and the debuffs we're providing thanks to the Plague Furnace, they're really not been able to do much over this way. Whereas over on this side, I haven't even bothered to show you guys really, because look how long it's taken for them to travel across the map. And in that time, one unit has practically been destroyed. We're going to see them disintegrate quite soon. The others are slowly making their way over, and you can see back here we've got more zombies making their way on. Now, initially when I fought this, there's where we can see the timer going up here, this actually goes down. It starts from like 12-14 minutes and starts working down, so I couldn't remember, given it's been a while thanks to using modded lords, about when it comes to quest battles, whether or not that meant we had to survive for like 12 minutes, or that was just the amount of time we had to do for the battle. But it seemed to be for the battle, and we didn't have any issues there anyway. So, yeah. Carrying on though, you can see the Clan Rats unit here I summoned is doing quite okay. The plan was to actually try and use the explosive ability to blow these guys up, but all the other zombies just walked right past them. Luckily for us, you can see Skalpeg is just having a fun time riding his Rat Ogre straight through a zombie unit. Luckily though for the Clan Rats, you can see they're getting swamped now by the Direwolves that have started coming in. We've got Fellbats coming in to attack the regiment, and very soon I'll be in a position just to blow them up and do a ton of damage to them. Now speaking of the bats, we've got more bats making their way across other areas of the map. Over on this side we still not have to deal with anything just because they're still zombies. But if we head over here, you can see one unit at least is getting destroyed. We are doing a ton of damage. It's just zombies are big units. They take a little while to whittle down. Well, speaking of whittling down, you can see over here, Vectec has done extremely well. Look at the pile of bodies in front of him here. He's killed 381 zombies by himself. And I don't think I really use that much in the way of magic. I use the Vestal and Breath ability that the Furnace has once, and I used the I think it actually is called Vestal and Breath, the magical ability they first unlock. In order to, I've just used that twice, otherwise the rest of it is just from his combat abilities. He's just slaughtered a whole bunch of them. Over here now we've got the Teeth Breakers firing away. I've been trying to get the range units like these guys and the Slingers. They try and go after the Fellbats just because they are quite annoying to deal with. Speaking of Fellbats, I think I mentioned about it previously, but if you guys haven't checked out the new models for Age of Sigmar, the Fellbats there look really, really cool. You know, they do a much better job than the Fellbats look like in Warhammer Fantasy, I tell you. Although, you're not really doing the best of job, are you, Pit Fighters? They are winning, but look at them. If I hover over, they're very tired. And they've taken so much damage. They haven't lost really any units. But it's just that health is terrible. Over here, though, we've got more zombies being slaughtered. Because you have to remember with the undead, once you've killed enough of them, they'll start disintegrating. You can see there, for example, this unit fighting Skalpeg is starting to crumble. So soon we'll be seeing units just dropping on the floor. And, well, not thanks to him anyway. We'll be able to see a lot of them more die off. Very soon we've got everything else just crumbling away, falling, running away, routing. Oh no, that's actually the unit I blew up. Right. I saw them running off in the distance before in the battle. I thought, who's that unit? I thought I killed them in the explosion, but obviously not. In any case, our Plague Monks are doing extremely well over this side. Just looking at all the bodies, it's wow. Over on that side, we pretty much got things secured. Unfortunately, we did suffer a miscast trying to use the Plague Furnace ability again, I think. This time was to try and just help out another way. Oh, I didn't realise we had the Master Necromancer here on a corpse cards. I have to admit, that does look kind of cool and also kind of creepy. Just seeing all the bodies on the corpse cards here, watching the zombies dragging it along. Really, really weird and creepy, you know? But there you go, it's dead. Oh, the crumbling ability does make me laugh sometimes, when you can just watch something like that, X-Men's just bleh. Now, we got our climate spears, just going after some last zombies. Still got a ton of them just scattered across the map, but it's so easy to kill, it's just ridiculous. Over here, with that big explosion, I used the one-use ability we have thanks to the Plague Furnace. So, the Plague Laboratory, to do some damage. The Pit Fighters are still in here, but again, they've just taken more and more damage. Look how much health now they've lost. They've still got a number of models, so they'll regain a lot of that health, but still. I'm swapping them out in the campaign map once we've done with this battle. Although, speaking of this battle, we're now pretty much done. We're just watching the last of the enemy crumble. There's just one character left, and he just died. And there we have it. Victory is mine. And once again, Lord Skrolk has got his hands on the Liber Bubonicus. Although, you can just see, if we scoot down here, just all the corpses. We've got direwolves corpses, loads and loads of zombies, you can see bats. You've got a couple of rat ogres. I would never would have thought to see the day where zombies will pull down rat ogres, but there you go. But yeah, the most important thing is though that most of our troops survived with very few casualties, and a decisive victory was earned by us. Anyway, let's go back to the campaign map and continue the episode. Well, that turned out to be an interesting battle, didn't it? I admit, it was actually kind of fun, just to be able to sit back and let my troops go and slaughter all those zombies, but it felt really, really cool. Just to survive the zombie horde, you know? But anyway, we managed to survive. We wiped out, when you take attrition into account, 6,543 zombies, bats and wolves, and a couple of necromancers. We only lost 79. Surprisingly, we took a fair bit of damage from our pit fighters of Hell's Deep. I might be trying to swap these guys out for some armoured rat ogres or something like that in the future. We shall see. For the moment, let's go ahead and get some extra food. And I wonder, is it worth maybe going for the Ward of Corruption now? Or do we wait until the next turn so we can get the Liber Bubonicus? Yeah, let's do that. That's going to give us a bunch of bonuses, including the ability to cast Plague for cheaper, which is excellent. And stick you back in there. That will give you some replenishment, and we'll continue going after the Duskgate then. Let's have a quick look. What can we give you? 3 points. Oh god, what can I give you, actually? We'll give you Engineering Skill. That can finish off then the Plague Claw Catapults. Is any of these of use? I mean, to be fair, we do have Clan Rats, and we do have Infiltrators, you know, Night Runners. We could go for that. Nah. Let's work on his combat skills a bit. I've been sending him into combat, and he's not exactly the best character, although his stats do show that he is pretty good at it. Let's actually increase your speed, because you're very slow at the moment. There we go. With 15% bonus to speed, he now matches his fellow rats. So, yeah, we'll take that. Scalpake. Let's just work on this, I guess. Oh no, I suppose we'll finish off Indomitable. And then Vectic. Let's give you some extra speed. Oh yeah, remind me. That's just reminded me seeing that. Let's click that. How much do we need? We've got 183 warpstone gas. We could start working on these, but I have no idea what they're like, so I'll have to check them out eventually. But we do have the ability, 250 gas, to unlock a Regiment of Renown. Okay, so we've got a little way to go, but we are earning, what, 16 a turn? That's doable. Alright, we've also got 17,000 to spend, so let's go to here. In fact, let's make sure we put our characters together. So, let me just move through them quick. Just to make sure we get them. So, Ickbolt, you can go in there. Ah, there he is. Didn't see you behind the banner, Garrett. Let's put you in there. There we go. So, what do we want to put in here? I am thinking mainly monsters, with a couple of Clan Squire technology inventions. So let's get a few standard ones. We'll go for armored rat ogres. I think that will make a good solid front line of troops. A mutant rat ogre, let's... Oh sure, in fact, let's cut those back a sec. Well, let's grab 2 of these, because I want to check them out. Oh, we've got so much stuff to pick. Doomflayers, warp lightning cannons. We could probably do some artillery, and because we're going for a mixture of Molder and Scry, warp lightning cannons will be better than the Plague Claw catapults for that purpose. There's no reason we can't grab one of those though. Yeah, let's grab one of those too, for the anti-infantry purpose. So we've got our mutant rat ogres, we've got our artillery pieces. Warp grinders, poison wind mortars. I definitely want to check out those, but we do have the Regiment of Renown to be able to recruit for one of them, so I'll leave that for now. The Jessels could be quite good. I've actually not used these guys before, so yeah. Let's get one of those recruited, and then we'll come back to them in 2 turns. Because yeah, we'll be able to get our hands then on the Avalanche Mortars. We've got Natty Bobo's Sharpshooters. We can grab a unit of them. We can actually go for the Helion. In fact, that's a good point. And the Helped Abomination, of course. Right. Let's go down to here a minute. I'm going to get rid of the Pit Fighters, just because I've been a bit unimpressed with their inability to actually kill zombies in that last battle. So let's get our hands on Morsketer's Helion. And yeah, I'm aware of our warpstone tokens, but given how much money we're making every turn from sacking and that, I'm pretty okay about it. Right, and I forgot to restart my timer, crap. We'll do 2 more turns after this, I think. Right. Can't do anything here. Let's actually have you go and attack him like intended.
Kill their scouts.
Failure. That's okay, we can learn from failure. Right. Babarat, you've just long moved. Obskeef has moved. Okay. Let's give you block skill. Block army. We've got rebellion going on over here, but what's new? What's that looking for us? I'll wait for them to attack us. We've got a strong enough garrison, we should be able to take them on fairly easy. We could probably try fighting them out in the open, but to be honest, I'd rather try and fight them indoors, you know? We'll leave it for now. If it starts getting to the point where we can take attrition, then of course we'll actually try and fight the battle ourselves, but we'll leave it for the moment. Is there anywhere else that's currently under siege or something? I'm sure there was a pop-up saying something about that. Confederation, settlement besiege. Oh no, it's just the altar. Okay. Okay, we've got Jardan attacking the caverns of the Great Bat. Bandspot is slightly in my favour, we're just going to go ahead and try that. Empiric victory, I'll take it. Not too worried about any of this. We'll just go ahead and get some extra food in. Hellkeek. It throws me by the fact that it says Azrai Rebels up here, and yet obviously this is a, well, Skaven army. Where the hell? Why do we need to zoom in right to the bottom of Ulthuan, when it warns me first of all about a rebellion of the Headhunters Jungle? Right, let's get through all of this. Mormel is now loyal to us apparently. Okay, Sneaky Skaven, Imminent Rebellions. So many pop-ups. Right. Let's see about dealing with these attacks. So, first of all, kill you. Alright, we'll take the extra food. There we go. Perfect. Messenger, blah blah blah. Alright, check that again. Yeah. So leave it for the moment. Right, but we have 16,000 to spend. No, you're okay there. Right. Now, if we head down here a second, Lockyer is actually, well, they've burned down the Forgotten Isles. That could work out in our favour, actually. But for the moment, I want to make sure that we get to the Dust Gate. So let's march off now. I'm making sure we end up in the area with no attrition. That'll do. We'll get there in the following turn easily enough. Okay, Plague Walk. I don't know what we can get you to do, really. Go and have better luck this time attacking those. That's better. Alright, if we do this... That's a lot of Rat Ogres we'll have to face if we fight this. I might send Bubba Rat over there just to deal with the army a bit. So if we switch you over to this... pop you here... We're to get you to go after them in the following turn, and then we'll move up then to Hualotl afterwards. So that's you done, that's you done. Let's move... Let's let you steal some more technology. Hates lizardmen, okay. Rebellion. Did I not do that already? I could have swore I did. It doesn't matter. We'll get it done soon anyway. Okay, Plague Walk. Let's have a look. Let's give you that. Offskeef. Christ, why am I going to let you do that? Sure. Right. Still got one more turn until our first creatures are finished recruiting, and we'll be able to upgrade from there. We've got the Golden Colossus with very while left. 2 more for you. Could upgrade the defenses here. We've got an army here outside the Feist Curse Peak, where we should be okay for attacks. And we've got 3 more turns in order to wait for that. Still got the expansionist planning, okay. Let me next check our diplomacy. Because again, if we can get Locke here on side, that would be quite nice. Are you willing to give me trade this time? Yes. That's going to improve our income quite a bit now, I imagine. Not only that, but it's going to improve our relationship even more. So hopefully, we'll be able to get them as an ally. You not too fussed up there for the moment. Although getting you on board now would be useful. Now we've already got non-aggression. What about you? You're not willing to give me anything quite yet. You? Are you willing? No. It was worth a try though. It was worth a try. Clan Scry, what about you?
What will Skaven
Nope.
do?
What I would love to happen is have Clan Scry get to the point where they basically are defeated, but I have a feeling it's going to require us to have to do it. If we do, then it's one of those things, but still, I would like an enemy to do it for us. Alright, Dominating Scheme, Extra Growth. Pestilence Scheme we can try and go for, just to increase Plague, 19 turns. I'll tell you what, let's go for the 13th Scheme. It's quite cheap, and we'll be able to use it then to hopefully improve our diplomatic relations. Right. Enter. Okay. I think we're happy to fight this. I'm going to fight this though next episode, because if it was anything like the last time we fought Malice Darkblade over at the Mortuary, it's going to be a pain in the ass, to say the least. Mainly just because of how annoying it was to try and kill Malice himself. But I don't know how this would actually go. The enemy's got a lot of Reaper Bolt throwers, so they could do damage to the walls and eliminate the defenses. But in terms of combat ability, I would say what we've got here should be okay with taking them on. I mean, we haven't got completely great troops, right? We've still got some slaves and that. But we've got a bunch of other things, including the 2 Warlock Engineers, we've got our Plate Claw Catapults, we've got all sorts of stuff that will help the fight. So, yeah, be interesting to see what actually happens when we fight this battle. But like I said, we'll do that next episode. So guys, thank you for watching today's one, I hope you enjoyed, and you do join me next time for some more Warhammer. But until then everybody, take care, stay safe, have a good weekend, and goodbye for now.